Hey gurus! Microsoft Cloud for Healthcare went into general availability last week, which means that I can now fulfill my lifelong dream of calling myself a cloud doctor. Microsoft also unveiled its newest region in Taiwan and how you can now check in on network configurations for your containers using Azure Monitor. This is Azure This Week, the show meant to help you diagnose what ails your cloud. Healthcare is important. I mean, at least just a little. Suffice to say, we wanted to always be using the latest and greatest technologies to help medical professionals give us and others the best options for our health. Because no matter how many times my doctor recommends leeches, I can't help but feel there are more effective and modern alternatives to treating an occasional sore throat. To help bring medical providers into the present, and more importantly, the cloud, Microsoft has put into general availability its Microsoft Cloud for Healthcare service. This service includes products from both Dynamics 365 and Azure, and is aimed at simplifying data delivery to healthcare providers. Azure has taken healthcare platforms such as the Fast Healthcare Interoperability Resources API, or FHIR, and turned it into a PaaS offering under this service umbrella. Using services like FHIR and the new Microsoft Health Bot, Microsoft hopes to create streamlined methods to help doctors determine things like diagnosis and treatment plans using patient data that is available immediately from anywhere. Security is another big piece of the puzzle, as Microsoft has worked hard to ensure that all data on the platform is HIPAA compliant to protect patients and continuing to maintain Microsoft standards for data integrity as well. Hot on the heels of announcing a new region in Austria, Microsoft has brought a similar announcement to Taiwan, with plans to not only build a new region for Azure, but also invest in upskilling over 200,000 people over the next 4 years. Microsoft is making big moves to enhance technology around the world, as well as stimulate growth and adoption by investing in people. This will bring Microsoft to more than 65 regions when completed. That's an incredible number of data centers to have providing cloud services to customers around the globe. Pretty soon, there won't be any more regions for Microsoft to build, which I suppose is why they're putting them underwater and starting to head out into space. I wonder when we'll have an Atlantis data center. Networking in Azure is largely one of the easiest yet most frustrating pieces of working in the cloud. On the one hand, you can very easily set up enterprise-grade networks, establish secure connections, and create robust security configurations with just a few mouse clicks. On the other hand, it can be a pain to manage multiple configurations, especially when it comes to networking with containers. To combat this, last week, Microsoft expanded on the NPM offering by including Prometheus metrics with containers to help better understand your current network configurations and how they interact with your Kubernetes cluster. This should help to alleviate some of the headache around checking the settings in your Kubernetes clusters by taking away the need to run the IP tables command on each individual container and instead transforming that data into easy-to-read dashboards you can create in Azure Monitor. Using this new tool, you can create a more human-readable format for checking your IP table rules, networking configurations, and IP sets, in addition to checking on those rules' overall performance. While this isn't quite the level of network auditing I'm sure some people want Microsoft to include, as I know I'm personally still waiting to be able to monitor traffic over VPNs, it's a step in the right direction so that we better understand what's happening in our systems in the cloud. Microsoft clearly has its eyes set on cloud domination as it continues to make bigger strides to not only expand its offerings to more regions on Earth and beyond, but also create robust offerings for niche industries such as government and healthcare. With so many businesses vying for cloud dominance, Microsoft still continues to set itself apart as a provider of choice, regardless of the workload you need, but particularly if you fit into one of their more niche business offerings. So where do you think Microsoft is going to drop its next data center? Have any thoughts on if Microsoft can truly help the healthcare sector? Let's talk about it in the comments. Make sure to also like this video and hit subscribe to make sure that you don't miss any of the great cloud content we drop here on our channel. That's all I have for you this week, Gurus. As we say when we're treating our own PEDCAC diagnosis, seek and you shall cloud.